All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second stream of the playoff matches. I will be one of your casters, Lunatic Raver, and I'm joined here today by my co-caster, Miscellany of Charting fame.
Hello, guys.
Today is gonna be a really, really good stream as we got two very close matches. Between our first match is going to be between Vagoo and Yugi Muto, the 32 and 33 seeds, and right after that we are going to have Jhava versus Elves, the 29 versus the 36 seeds. So these should be some really interesting matches to watch. So, Miss, what do you think?
I think those matches are going to be pretty close, especially our first match today, Vagoo versus Yugi, because they are like neck-to-neck seeds. It's gonna be a really interesting match, I reckon, and the second match is also going to be a close one, I reckon. But I'm very excited to see how this first match is going to go, because I know both Vagoo and Yugi Muto very well, and they're good players. They're very alike in terms of skills. So I'm very interested to see how that goes. Hopefully, we get to see a tiebreaker today. It'll be pretty awesome. So if you don't mind, I would like to quickly give a shout out to Stickheads and Alexis, who were supposed to be our first match today, but didn't get to do it due to unforeseen stuff happening on Alexis' side end. But well, hopefully we'll get to see that match very soon on the stream. Yeah, so I hope we get to see them play, because I was actually looking forward to see Stickheads play. I haven't been able to watch Stickheads play that much, Conero. I know Stickheads is obviously for charting, but I never got to properly see him play. So I'm looking forward to see how he does in playoffs, considering, well, he made it to playoffs, and that's a pretty big achievement for his first tournament. I think it is. I think it's his first tournament.
I believe it's his first major tournament. I know he's been in a couple of Saturday Cups before.
Right. Oh, sorry guys, we have some technical difficulties with the servers, so our first match is going to be a little delayed, but it should be happening very, very soon. So Lunatic, what kind of song would you love to see being played for this first match? What are your expectations?
For this first match, I'm not super familiar with either of these players' skill set. However, something I could see being played, I know from from I don't know. I would really like to see CSQN. That's just a personal bias, just from previous history with other games. Necomagin Versus was also a good song, very tricky song. And then Cracks of Light is always going to be a very interesting pick, as that one was edited to be Allstrums.
That is right. Personally, I would love to see Chemical Warfare, totally unbiased, really. But I would love to see how people would do on that chart. I would love to see what is it? Impossible by Scott Mishu. Fun song to listen to play, to watch people play. And Cracks of Light. Those are would be the three songs I would love to see being played today. So hopefully we get to. I know Vagoo and Yugi are gonna proceed with their bands very soon. Okay, the bands are in. If I could find them in our server. Oh, there we go. So right. Vagoo has banned Mission Impossible, and Yugi has banned Red Riding Hood. So that opens the door for Chemical Warfare being picked, which makes me happy.
Yeah, both are very understandable bands, considering they're very technical. Mission is Impossible is our Stamina Strum pick, and Red Riding Hood is our solo tech pick. Mission Impossible is the solo Stamina. My bad.
Yeah. And we got our first pick, which is one I called out, being Cracks of Light by Sixth. I'm very excited for this. Sixth is always a good band to have in tournaments. I don't know about how you feel. I don't know how you feel about the Sixth Lunatic. Personally, love it. And we're having more technical difficulties with the, the servers. Oh, goodness.
Okay.
I think it's whoever joined first to the server that should be picking the songs broadcast.
Yeah, spectators aren't allowed to pick.
That is very strange.
Okay, players can pick songs now, so we should be able to go.
We have a good bunch of technical difficulties on tournament streams. It wouldn't be a proper tournament stream if we wouldn't have those technical difficulties, I reckon.
Yeah.
So yeah, Luna, back to what I was asking, like, how do you feel about Cracks of Light, personally?
Like, I'm a bit biased. I tend to lean towards Strum Tech.
Okay.
Yeah, I tend to lean towards Strum Tech, so a lot of really tricky alt strumming and chording stuff is what I tend to play. So I personally really enjoy both that chart and Little Red Riding Hood.
Nice.
Yeah.
I kind of fallen off when it comes to playing like techie stuff with chords, but like go back 5 years ago, and that was the type of stuff I would love playing. Like Barren and Breathless Macrocosm by Shadow of Intent, where it has like those crazy chords during the intro and just before the ending. Absolute mad song to play. I highly recommend it, by the way, if you guys want some challenge. But nowadays I'm try to avoid those a bit because I'm rusty. But I just need to like face my fears and actually like train again and be able to into being able to play those again. Hopefully the servers will collaborate with us very soon so we can actually have it. Apparently someone doesn't have the song in the set list, which is kind of awkward. It is very odd indeed. Because we should all have it.
Yeah.
I'm checking my song list.
It was
and I
working
do
while I
have
was
it.
rushing.
I do have the song in my set list. Actually, broadcast if you want to relay that information. But there's just something funky happening, so bear with us. Shit happens. So in the meantime, chat, let's open some predictions on our first match, because we can do just that. Now, do I remember how to do prediction? Yes, I do. So, who will win the match? Let's do this. Who will win the match? So we got Vagoo versus Yugi Muto. And you guys will have 5 minutes to put your predictions in. And Twitch is warning me because I am a mod and I'm doing a prediction. Oh no. Who's facing off? It is going to be Vagoo versus Yugi Muto. Ringer. So we're just waiting on finding out what is happening. Okay, should we release the server broadcast? Okay, so something is happening with one of the players' CH, where the first song that's got picked, Cracks of Light, is not appearing in game, making it impossible for the song to be played, which is awkward because it appears in my game, so we should all have it. I'm not sure what's happening.
I also have it.
I need to turn the volume up in my Discord, Lunatic. Bam. There we go. Yeah, Tony Ho does this sometimes. It's kind of annoying. If needed, we will move to intermission to figure this out quick. Hopefully, we shouldn't have to, but you never know. But this is like a warning ahead of time, just in case. We'll see what's happening. We love Clone Hero. It's a good game. It's a good game, but it has its flaws. Man, oh man. Anyway, I hope after Cracks of Light we get to see Chemical Warfare, so I can be fully unbiased in my commentary.
Yes.
Need a none of the above prediction. Nah, come on, that's crazy, Blue Chips. By the way, since we are trying to stall a bit for time, shout out to Mr. Electric Nick, one of our invitational participants, who recently got his full series of Guitar Hero on Lefty Flip,
Yes.
and that's kind of crazy.
Yes, all Lefty Flip, all done on the original engines. I don't remember if it was done on console, but still,
It is on console. I think it was on
console. Yeah,
RGH.
that's. Yeah, even then, that's still an incredible achievement.
Mm-hmm. Especially like first ever Lefty Flip full series. That is like that's cementing Nick into the Guitar Hero history, and that's kind of cool, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need to join back the server. So let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Main stage. And my mouse is not showing up in game, so I turned off the menu. I love it. Okay, there we go. Now I'm in. So now we should be able to go into Cracks of Light very shortly.
Yes. It's there.
Fingers crossed. Hold, chat. Hold.
Hold. Oh no. Oh, it's still broken.
Not pickable. That is so weird.
That's so.
But we're not sure what's happening right now. It has to be one of our like someone that's running the server that's breaking something.
Yeah.
It's not pickable. That's so interesting. I gotta get some pretzel. You go do that, July. You go do that.
Okay,
We're gonna
enjoy
be
your
here for a
pretzel.
little bit.
Alright, and we are back. We have fixed everything. Hopefully.
We figured it out. It was John Clone Hero.
That is true. Clone Hero is a well-made game. Anyways, we are hopefully going to be able to get into our first song, Cracks of Light.
Yeah, I am really interested to see how this one is gonna go. Could go either way, since like these two players, like I mentioned, are very close in terms of skills, and hopefully we get to see a nice back and forth between the two on this first song. That would be a great way to kick off the stream, I reckon. All right, here we go. Now, someone needs to do it. Something. Oh, there we go.
Alright, and we are officially into our first song.
And we had a bunch of misses from Vagoo right off the bat.
Probably just a server starting bug.
Yeah, but we got a stop or phrase miss and two stop or phrase
Oh, and
misses.
another one. That's
Okay, this doesn't seem like it's starting good for Vagoo.
no, it does not. This is, as previously mentioned, this song has been edited to be entirely all strums.
Mm-hmm.
Which very much changes how you would play the chart, considering you need to now not only be able to move your hand fast enough, but also to be able to sync up both hands to strum at the appropriate time.
Exactly. And we got a first big activation from Yugi Muto already. Vagoo trying to do another activation to try to play catch up. So I'm interested to see how Vagoo is gonna come back in general.
It's a bit over what looks to be a bit over 45,000 point difference. That's gonna be,
I think so.
be a lot for Vagoo to catch up and Yugi getting another activation in.
I'm trying to follow the path that they're doing, but I think they're both playing off path. Or at least
Yeah,
maybe
it's
not the path I'm currently looking at.
It is a very different path than what I'm seeing as well.
Yeah, so it seems like Yugi have their own path for the song. And oh, same activation.
Yes, however, following the path isn't everything, because what really matters is if you can activate star power whenever you can hit the notes. So if your path is on, so if your activation is on path but you miss a lot, you are still going to lose points to someone who activates off path and hits everything.
Exactly. Paths are more so of a guideline of like where would be the best to activate, but if you're not gonna be comfortable to do it, you might as well want to activate somewhere that you're gonna feel more safe to activate. And it's kind of a gamble, but at the end of the day, it's probably it is the better move to do because you want to get the most points you can, and you may activate on path. You're still gonna, if you're gonna miss, you're gonna lose a lot of points, like you said.
Yes, and also Vagoo missing another star power phrase here in this calm section.
Yeah, and Yugi Muto is slowly getting close to a 100k lead on the song, which is gonna be a hard one to come back from for Vagoo.
Especially with such little song left.
Exactly. I feel like there's gonna be like a couple more activations at most. Actually, we're probably only gonna have one more activation coming up.
I believe so. Yugi activates right here.
Kind of an early activation, but a safe activation is a good activation.
Yes.
And Vagoo being closer to the actual path.
Yes, activating where the chords are. And usually it is better to activate on chords, since they are worth more than normal notes. Each worth is worth the same amount of normal notes as are in the chord. So a 3-note chord will be worth 3 normal notes.
Exactly.
And we see Yugi Muto.
17.
And Yugi Muto taking this first song.
And it's gonna be Vagoo's song to pick next. I'm interested. I really, really want to see Chemical Warfare. All right. Well, did not expect that outcome for the first song, but there is still room for Vagoo to come back and maybe make a sweep for himself.
And we see CSQN being picked.
Ooh. All right. All right.
This is one of my personal favorites, just having a history with other rhythm games and stuff like BMS, which this song is from. Which is a massive community that pretty much just creates their own songs for their game.
That is cool.
It is very cool. There's a lot of really good stuff that comes out of it.
I believe so. And well, look at that. Song was so cool. It made it to the CSC tournament.
Yeah. This is the extended version, so this is not what you will play if you decide to play it in a BMS player.
So far, we're starting off really chill. Both of them should be getting the stop over phrase.
Yes, Yugi missing on these trills.
Both actually missed. Yugi with the slight lead though. Alright. The festivities are gonna kick in. The first activation should come up right about now. Okay, Vagoo is more on path, but ooh, big miss. From both of them.
Miss from both.
And Yugi with the activation that went into a whole lot of nothing, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's right here. This is a very tricky section just with how randomly placed these strums are.
Yeah, this is like making my brain very unhappy.
Yeah. Oh, both players missing this phrase.
Ooh, and Yugi with the slight lead now because of a bunch of misses from Vagoo. But there's room for a comeback. There's room for a comeback.
Yes. I believe Yugi. I believe that was actually on path. Vagoo saving for a bit more star power to get into the chord.
Vagoo is actually more on path than Yugi was, but unfortunately Vagoo didn't get the overlap that was needed for that section.
Yes. Okay, well, it would seem that I misread my notes.
Alright, so checkpoint. We are at just under 10k lead for Yugi. Still room for a comeback from Vagoo. Fingers crossed. Also fingers crossed for Yugi to be able to keep that lead going. Very odd activation.
Very early.
That is, yeah, that is extremely early because you're supposed to activate on the red-blue chords that are coming up right here.
Yeah.
And just with that, Vagoo is going to have a serious advantage if he would stop missing.
Oh.
Vagoo.
Uh,
That is very unfortunate because that could have been a great comeback.
yeah, those chords would have given you a lot of points. We're coming to the main part of the song.
Must be a very big off day for Vagoo to miss like this because knowing the guy, that's not the kind of stuff he would usually miss. So I'm very curious to ask him about this during the interview.
This section is fairly tricky on its own with all these open notes, forcing you to lift your hands off of the frets. Which is not something you typically would see in charts.
Especially in electronic style. Because one of the big charting standard thing is usually like open notes on electronic music is not really recommended, so it's kind of unique to see that here. Right, unfortunately, I don't think there's gonna be room for a good comeback here for Vagoo as we are nearing the end of the song.
Yeah.
And there is about 40k lead for Yugi.
Yes, I believe that will be it.
Yeah. Very unfortunate because Vagoo could have had it if it wasn't for some really awkward misses. All right, well, another point for Yugi. We are 2-0. Still Vagoo's song to pick. So, what are your predictions, Lunatic?
Oh, I really don't know where we're going to go from here. With how Vagoo's been performing with these previous two songs, I would assume something like Buried by Time and Dust would get picked.
Okay.
But I really don't know.
Considering what's been played so far, I would love to see maybe a new world, but Dark Moor. It probably would be a good one. And just like that, I called it.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're going into a new world.
Yes, this is our Strum Hybrid pick. So, hopefully this will go better for Vagoo, and yes, this will be interesting.
I really hope so. I feel like strumming is like more of Yugi's forte, considering the style of music they usually play. So hopefully Vagoo can keep up. And right off the bat, we have a miss from him.
Yes, although I feel like that might have been an overstrum.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it was like it was very early in the song.
Yeah, and this song just gets right into the strumming, so it is very easy to just not have the rhythm down.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see if Yugi is gonna be able to keep the FC ring all the way up to the solo. That would be kind of dope.
Yes, it would.
And we go for Sped Up Devil went out to Georgia course.
I think that's the
Perfect
first time
activations
I've
on
ever
both.
heard anyone call that.
Sometimes just stuff like that just kicks in the brain. No questions
Yeah.
asked. Yugi is still holding the FC going pretty well. And Vagoo with a miss. Very early activation for Yugi though. That is slightly off path.
Yes, although on this song the path doesn't really matter as much.
Yeah, that's true.
As long as you can get it. As long as you know where to overlap, you should be fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's most the strumming is always the same speed no matter what. Maybe just a few gaps
Yeah.
here and there, but
There's not too many
Pretty
chord heavy sections either that would really force you into activating places.
So far we have I was gonna say 40, but now it's appearing to be like more like 60k lead for Yugi.
Yes, activating right on that next star power phrase. Vagoo activating again.
With some
Getting the
overlap.
overlap.
Is it? That's kind of what you want to do for the path too, so that makes sense.
Yes.
And if both players have done their studies, they should be activating on the first note of the solo, which Yugi did not. Interesting. Safe activation, probably.
Yes.
And here we go into the swippage.
And quad zigs. Yes, Yugi getting the 2 next note right in there.
Impressive display of soloing from both players right here.
Yes, those quad zigs are very tricky to hit.
Good thing for Vagoo that he missed after the solo. Because
Yes.
he got to get that full bonus. But Yugi still has on an FC. That's very impressive.
I shan't say anything about that. Yep, there it is.
Well, see, you manifested it in a way because you said you were not going to say anything about the FC. So technically you did. Therefore you're cursed. Therefore
Yeah, but
the
so did
league
you,
casts are
so.
cursed.
Anyways, coming into this tappy section, both players activating correctly here. Both players hitting it as well. The Vagoo missing a tiny bit afterwards.
And Yugi just flying through the solo. So we are having... I don't want to say anything wrong, but it's 70k lead, pretty much, from Yugi. Now way more, it's almost 100k. Holy moly.
Wow. I feel like we can pretty confidently call this a win for Yugi.
I think it would be a safe call. Like,
Yeah, I don't think there's enough
any
song
way.
left.
It would require Yugi to drop the controller for Vagoo to be able to catch up, unfortunately.
Yeah. Trying to make up, what is that, a 70,000 point deficit?
And there you have it.
Yeah, that's it. Is
Impressive performance by Yugi. Holy moly.
Yeah. The 100% overstrum. Oh, that is heartbreaking to see.
But you know what? Still 100%.
Yes, it does still show 100% at least.
Just like freaking what's his name? I forgot. Oh man, I was gonna make a joke, but now I forgot. Oh, just
my
like
God.
just like Sterling from Hell's Kitchen would say, "I'm always 100."
Yeah. And Vagoo with an interesting song picking strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong, this would be this would be like the final song potentially for the match.
Yes, it is currently 3-0 in favor of Yugi Muto, and I'm... Is this allowed? I don't know if this is allowed. What Vagoo is trying to do here, he is asking in chat for song recommendations.
I mean, it is not something you can't do, but that's surely that is
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting method, and now we're going to Scale of Sorrows.
Scale of Sorrows. Yep.
Okay. Well, we're having some Gorod.
All right.
Any fellow Gorod enjoyers in chat?
We have confirmation that our broadcast is a fellow Gorod enjoyer.
Awesome.
Alright, well, this is ours from Tech. So, Gorod songs, especially if they're charted by Ohm, have a lot of really tricky 3-note chords.
Ohm is an enthusiast of the forbidden 3-note chord, being the green, red, orange.
Yes, which we have seen a lot so far.
But personally, not a fan of it. It's very situational. I will say I'm not a fan of the use here, but to each their own.
Yeah, I'm personally a bit biased as a strum tech and chord player. I find this type of charting very enjoyable, but you know, it definitely is a very good pick for a playoff strum tech song. Not a skill set that you tend to see be tested a lot.
And I like that this song tests you on your strumming speed, your fretting while strumming, and also like your chording ability, because those yellow blue into red blue into green red orange are they're kind of hard.
It's a very tricky motion to do.
Yes, but personally, like I've learned to use my index to press green and red at the same time, and it's been quite useful. Right now,
yeah.
Let's focus back on the match though, because we're like kind of rambling.
Yes, Vagoo is not really looking too good on this song.
Yeah, especially when Yugi has yet to miss a note. That is impressive work, because not only that means Yugi has been able to have strumming speed and stamina for this, but they've been able to hit the chords.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of Yugi's forte in terms of music genre to play on Clone Hero. On the record, they commissioned me to try an entire Nile album, which is awfully technical death metal, and they love playing that kind of music. So this is like literally Yugi's song to take because of how familiar he is. So it was a very interesting pick from Vagoo. And there's a 100k lead, so
yes. We got we got Elves in chat bringing up the mason jar wheel. God.
It is allowed.
So there is a player who is in this current CSC Open who actually helped develop the ref tool that is very popular in the tournament scene. But sometimes he'll just spin a wheel to pick a song.
That is hilarious.
It's also, Rennie, it is still best of 7. It will not be best of 9 until top 16, I believe.
Yugi is just cruising.
Yeah. Like, what is 120? 130,000?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this is
The-
very safe to just say Yugi wins.
Yeah, like there's no comeback right now. Like there's
yeah.
not enough song left.
This is a meteor win if I have ever seen one.
But the biggest thing is holy freaking FC.
Wow.
What a way to end the match.
Match nearly 200,000 point difference.
That is insane. Congrats to Yugi on that one. That's some impressive skill display.
That's just incredible.
Like I'm not surprised that Yugi won on this song. I'm surprised he FC'd. Just that alone.
Yeah.
Like I know he's good, but damn, that's an impressive FC.
Yeah, there's not really much else I can say other than GG's.
Yeah, GG's. And we're soon gonna have both of them for interviews. Man, what a match though. All right, and we have Yugi Muto and Vagoo.
I am back. What it do, baby?
Oh man. Oh. You there now?
Oh.
Huh?
Okay, we're good.
Oh, hello.
There we go.
No, for some unknown reason, my complete Discord screen would grayed out. I didn't know what to do.
Oh.
We love when that happens. Anyway, congrats, Yugi, on your win, and GG's, Vagoo, for the match. That was fun to watch. Yugi, insane FC for the last song.
Yes,
Thank you.
that was incredible.
Have you FC done in practice?
100% overstrung. So, no, that was my first time, but it was really close.
Wow.
Damn. Well, that deserves a clap, a singular clap.
A singular cat clap.
All right. I have a bunch. Well, I have one major question for Vagoo that goes like for the entire match. What was your logic behind picking songs?
It was just basically what have we not had on stream yet from Thursday, and the last one, Scales Star, I was like, we haven't played this on stream, so I was like, let's go for it. And then when Yugi was kind of hyped about it, I'm like, I'm getting 97%. I called my shot, and then when Yugi hit it, I was like, holy shit! All right, there we go.
That because I saw you picking songs, and I'm just like, that's kind of more like Yugi's forte. That's kind of interesting because of all the strumming, especially the last song. So I was like kind of curious, like what was the logic? But now I know.
We also both banned a solo, which is not my strong suit, and I'm like, I'm better at strumming or hybrid, but like Yugi's better than me at those anyway. It's the bad, you don't want to get matched up against the same skill set, but your worst matchup. That's what I'll call it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, well, I'm getting hit with karma right now, really bad, because I'm getting hit with me not doing better to get a better score on the qualifier right now. I got the worst. I could have played it again. No, I just put my sight read and I put it in. And guess where I'm at right now? I'm like, who's my next opponent? I'm like, well, it's
Gio.
It's Gio.
Like,
Your next opponent is gonna be an interesting match for sure.
Oh, I'm like, I bet Gio's gonna try to do something with it. I have semi hope that FC done 100% overstrum a song. I have hope of at least getting a couple songs off of. That's my entire goal. It's always my goal.
Well, you know what? It's a good thing that you believe in yourself. That we like the confidence in this room.
It's like I took a song off of Haquin in the Gentoff tournament. That made me so happy. Even if it was by 32 points.
I bet. Oh man. So, Vagoo, question for you: who do you think is gonna win the next match for when it comes to Yugi versus Gio?
Oh, let me tell you something, Miscellany. Yeah, King Geo's gonna rise to the top because that's what the cream do, Daddy. Yeah. And Yugi better have that Dark Magician girl and Dark Magician on file. Because when the king rips out the 5 frets of Clone Zodia, Yugi Moto's going to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, dig it.
Get the whole thing ready.
Anyway, that was my promo, my heel promo.
Awesome.
I'm sad I lost, but I'm glad I don't have to play Geo Yugi. I hope you do very well. That's gonna be such a tough matchup.
You're telling me I faced against him twice already and lost twice.
Nah, you got this.
I will at least try to do my best. That's all I can promise.
Nah, I know you'll do good. It's gonna be a hard match, but I know you'll do good.
I think I could like pray and just pick buried and hope and pray he misses at least once. If he misses once, I win. This is how it works.
Hopefully.
Because like the wise man in my first ever stream tournament CSC 4. What happens when your opponent doesn't miss? That's the problem.
Yeah. Well,
That's true.
I mean, hitting notes isn't everything, but
I know,
it is
but
hard.
For buried, it kind of is.
Yeah.
But the song really doesn't care where you activate, as long as you activate in enough to get all the pathing, all the star power percentiles, and all of it is the strum. Then you're fine.
Pretty much.
For the most, at least for that song, yes. It doesn't matter because all the chord spots are where you don't activate.
All right. Luna,
All right.
do you have any extra questions for our players?
No.
All right. Well, with that said, Yugi, good luck again for your next match. You will need it.
Thank you.
And Vagoo, thank you for joining the tournament again. Always a treat to have you around. And GG's to have made it into playoffs.
Indeed. GG's.
And with that said, we will let you leave and go back to your activities.
Indeed, I may play some Phasmophobia.
Nice.
Good luck. I'm
Bye,
actually going
guys.
to be watching the Elves match next, I believe.
All right.
You should.
All
Alrighty.
right. We're just going to be getting right into the next match here. We have Jhava versus Elves. I do actually know a bit more about these players. I know Jhava is a very strong strum player, and Elves likes to play a lot of tappy and solo-y stuff. But we also have our bans. We have Jhava deferring their ban, which means that they one thing that is new for this tournament is that we gave the higher seeded player the option to defer their pick and ban, which typically what would happen is the higher seed would always pick and ban first, but here we gave them the option if they wanted to pick and ban first or second, so there is some extra strategy involved with that.
That's a whole new depth of strategy for sure.
Yes, but here we see Jhava deferring his ban. We have Elves banning Buried by Time and Dust, our Strum Stamina pick, and Jhava banning Full Speed X.
Full speed X
And-
ban kinda expected that one to happen.
Yeah.
Response today.
And we have our first pick of Necomagin Versus at 110% speed.
But you know what's not banned? Chemical warfare. And that is a win in my book.
And
All right.
Well, Necomagin Versus is our Hybrimic pick, and it is a very tricky math rock chart. There's a lot of really hard sections in here. I just
And a lot
come
of
out of
them signature
nowhere.
change, making pathing an absolute nightmare.
Yes.
Oh, and Java with a restart.
Something happened with Java. Okay.
Don't know what happened. We'll know for sure in a little bit, but Probably some controller issues, I would imagine.
Likely.
Oh, Java needed to turn off remote highway.
Highways. So let's give it like 2 minutes, and we should be right back into it.
Mm-hmm. All right, and now we're gonna be back into
All
it
right.
right now.
For real this time.
So as I was saying, this song coming up being math rock. I almost said mathcore, but it wouldn't be so far off. It has a lot of time signature changes. That we're talking 9/8, 14/8, 15/8, 11/16, 5/4, and it happens like almost every next measure. It is a nightmare to path. If you're just going based off like no path images or whatever, just pure instinct, it makes pathing so freaking hard.
Yeah, it's like just in that intro, I believe there are 10 time signature changes at least. It's just really weird odd time signatures. Like there'll be some 7/8. I think there was a bar of 15/8 in there.
Yeah,
It's really weird to feel out.
So I just counted, and there are 17 time signature changes just with that intro.
Yep.
The dance of eternity for a mathcore addict. Oh Jesus!
Oh,
big
going
miss
into
to
the
Java.
opens.
And if Elves is following the path, we should have an activation here.
Right there. A bit early, but it should work out. But yeah, these next two measures. We got a 14/8 and then a 22/8. Going right back into a 14/8 and then a 16/8. It's just all over the place.
It is. It really is. But you know, it seems like at least Elves. I don't know about Java
Elves
because they were
looks-
off path. Like they seem like they studied the path for the song, so they know where to activate. So there's that.
Yes.
And right now we have a 40k lead for Elves, I believe. I'm interested to see how this is gonna go with the next activation. Java with an early activation and Elves with the proper activation, I reckon.
I believe so.
They were meant to overlap, so that's good. Ooh, Java not getting all the 3-note calls there. That's gonna help Elves to get a bigger lead. Yeah, still 40k. And I gotta say, the stop or the path image makes one of the section look so freaking crazy.
Yes.
Ooh, Java with a big miss.
There
And
is
Elves with the
that
best.
one section. Which we will see if either player can hit the...
Holy moly.
Oh, and Elves almost hit that orange wall.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Also, a fun fact that the section in-game is just called that one section.
You know, totally fair.
It is very fitting.
It is fitting. It's just like how sometimes I just name my section like a bunch of question marks.
It is that one part, yes.
Now
There's
we just
another
chilling.
really funky part coming up soon.
I believe it's during the next activation, right?
Yes.
Which should come up right about now. Java
And
with the
here.
properly timed activation.
Yes. Now, I hope none of you are counting this like nerds, because this is in 4-4.
It is not 4-4.
It's in 4-4.
Oh, wait, technically it is. Technically.
It's 8-8, but like, don't count it like a nerd.
Well, what's the fun in that? If you're not gonna be a nerd, you know?
Yeah. Although the section does explicitly state that it is in 4-4, so. But
All right, so we now have an 80k lead from Elves, with too little song left for Java to make a comeback. So I think right now it is safe to say that Elves takes it home on the first song of the match.
And Elves hits the outro to get a 100,000 point lead.
Man,
Yes, and a
Whoa.
quick reminder of the bans. We have Elves banning Buried Between Time and Dust, and Java banning Full Speed X, with Java choosing to defer.
what a crazy first song for the match.
Yeah. No,
Hopefully
we finally get to see Random Days chat recommendation get played. A bit
man.
late, but at least it happens.
Yep. I hope for Java that he'll be able to make a proper comeback from this first song. This first song just was like hella tricky, and it was definitely not
Yes.
part of a Java skill set.
No, very much not. This is very heavily leaning towards Elza's skill set. So my guess would probably be something like Scale of Sorrows from Java. Or A New World as well. That one too.
And GMS, no, they're not. Both songs will be available starting best of 9s, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Yes, top 16.
I'm getting hella white noise from my AirPods, so bear with me. I love AirPods. They're so terrible.
Yep.
But it's either that or this. So like, I think the choice is pretty easy.
And Java with a very early miss.
Unfortunate, but thankfully Java got the star power phrases.
Yes.
Now, will they follow each other's path? That is the question.
Here, I know. Yes,
Good
they both
activation.
are on path.
Okay, so far this is gonna be a tight song, a tight match.
Yes.
At least it seems so. Hopefully the solo will be something that Java can hit though, so he can have a hope of taking the lead.
Ooh, Elves acting very early.
Yeah, that was an odd activation. Because you want to activate around here.
Yes, Java missing, but still getting the activation in.
And Java taking the lead.
It's still very close. Java holding star power.
Okay, seems like I fixed my white noise. Yippee.
Yay.
Alright. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
And-
Java's still getting the overlap on that,
Wow.
which Elves did not, but it is an overlap that you do want.
Ooh, Elves. With a freeze drop. That's not good.
We're only halfway through the song, about a 10,000 point difference. This still could go either way.
Yeah, and we have the solo coming up right now, so let's see how that goes.
Ooh, Java acting very slightly early.
Oh no, the drop from Java.
But it's only one. Although solo bonus could come into effect here.
Yeah, oh, Java, oh.
Oh,
At least he got the phrase, at least he got the phrase.
more. Yes, and that will swing it in favor of Elves.
Yeah, we'll still have a bit of strumming bits coming up that Java could come back with. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed for him.
Yes, and really quickly for anyone that doesn't know, about solo bonuses or how they work. Basically, the more notes you are able to hit in a solo, the more bonus points the game will award you at the end of the solo.
And for the longest time, we didn't have solo bonuses in the songs because they were poorly balanced, but that got fixed when V1 came out. Ooh, Java, no, that's
Java
terrible.
really struggling here.
Those patterns are kind of stinky.
Yes, although they are perfect for Elves' skill set.
I think unfortunately Java probably didn't remember how hard the solo would be for them, and just like tried to hope the strumming side of things would help for the song.
Yeah.
At least it is a hypothesis. So 40k lead. Big,
That's
the
just
lead
gonna
is getting
keep
bigger now.
growing. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a hard one to come back right now. I think it's impossible. What a bummer. That could have been a great win for Java, but unfortunately the win goes to Elves.
Yes. Well, that is an impressive showing from both of them either way.
It really shows that Java is more comfortable with strummy songs for sure.
Wow, -6.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know where we're gonna go from there.
Yeah, I think here Java just has to really lean into strumming.
Absolutely. I
In
feel like
theory,
I feel like
we
Gorod.
see any of the strum picks. Yeah, Gorod, Cracks of Light could be a potential pick. Chemical Warfare would actually be fairly good for Java here as well.
Since especially since like I don't know if Elves has like a lot of strumming stamina, but if it isn't the case, Chemical Warfare could play a lot into Java's favor for sure. The only downside would be the solo section, but thankfully those are not like terrible and involve a bit more strumming than the average solo section.
Yes, and also one thing to note is that Elves did not get an FC on certain Cs during groups. So anything that has
true.
any form of strumming stamina would be a really good pick for Java.
Cracks a light.
Cracks of Light, okay.
Oh boy. Here we go. So hopefully this is Java's song to take for a comeback. I'm interested to see how that goes.
Yes, I'm not entirely sure how good Java is at any Allstrom stuff, but I know he does like to play a lot of tech death. So this could go very well.
It could. It could. I think it might be Java's first point for this match coming up. Can't really guarantee it, but we shall see. And unfortunately, Java with the first miss. Thankfully, stop word phrase is being hit. Good activation from both. Good display of like strumming control and fretting from Elves though. Still hasn't dropped the FC.
But
Knock on wood.
Java did miss a phrase here.
Oh, and Elves missing right after the stop word activation.
I said nothing this time. Misc, that was all you.
Nah, I'll put the blame on you. You just thought about it out so loud it just resonated.
No, I thought about it after, so... Obviously, it's not my fault. Actually, never mind. Apparently, it's mediated. They're saying it's very yumby.
All right, so we are what? Like, there's about just under 7K lead for Elves. Still a good potential comeback from Java.
Java
did
hit
get
earlier than Elves.
that had more star power and gets the overlap.
Gets
I don't
the
know if
overlap.
that's something you want. It is.
I believe
no?
that's a good overlap. Oh, I'm missing a few more notes right after. Yeah, one of the really difficult things for any all strums is trying to get back into the strumming rhythm if you ever lose it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Also, GMS, today's schedule was Vagoo versus Yugi, which was the match before, and then Java versus Elves happening right now, and that is it for today.
We're supposed to have a third match, another match before Yugi and Vagoo's match, but it got cancelled last minute, unfortunately.
Yes. Yes, as so often tends to happen, real life ended up getting in the way, which is very unfortunate.
It is. Hopefully they get to reschedule that match ASAP so we can see it happening.
Yes. Sure. Java
Okay.
has seemed to have closed the lead ever so slightly.
Yeah. Oh, snapper phrase miss. That's not good. Oh, wait, early activation from Elves. That's interesting.
Yeah.
With a miss too. Very, very interesting though. Java. But this is around where you want to activate, basically. Yeah, I think this is GG's for Java on this one, unfortunately. Elves takes it.
Wow.
What an unfortunate song pick for Java.
Oh, and a -7 +7 from Elves as well. That is just... Holy... Oh my god, that is... Elves just showing up.
Yeah. Sounds like
Just-
Elves has gotten better and better at strumming for being able to pull off a -7 on this.
Yeah.
Tournament practice.
This was a match that I was honestly expecting to go to tiebreaker.
Me too. Especially
But
knowing that Java is more suited for strumming and Elves for the opposite.
But like, seeing the possibility of a 4-0 in favor of Elves is incredible.
Definitely unexpected.
Yes. I mean, a 4-0 for either player was unexpected for me.
Hopefully we get to see Chemical Warfare.
Honestly, I think that might be Java's best bet to win a song.
Honestly. Could be that or Scale of Sorrows. I just like that.
Good. He's
Just manifested it. I've never seen Chemical Warfare, it's okay.
Okay, it'll happen someday. Yeah.
So sad, I tried a whole song specifically for the tournament for it not to be played. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably... It was either going to be this or Chemical Warfare, that's Java's best bet, but I do know that he is good at courting. He was very fond of Algorithmic Salvation during groups, although he does seem to be struggling a bit here. Missing
Yeah.
that first phrase.
To be fair, it is an awkward section. Like I cannot blame anyone, even the best chord player, missing on that. I cannot blame anyone.
Yeah, it's hard.
Both of them are just missing back and forth. Elves just has the advantage with star power though.
But that
And
could
boom.
change. Oh.
Immediate activation
Very
for Java
overall.
makes sense.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh.
Man, this is a rough one for Java.
Oh, and another phrase. Believe Java acting a bit early?
And another phrase miss.
Yeah, those...
And Elves is coming up with almost a 60k lead.
Yeah, I really don't know if Java can pull this back.
I'd be shocked if he does. It
Yeah.
sucks to say, but I would be shocked if he does.
Yeah, it's a very painful thing to say, but like if that's gonna happen, Java really needs to lock in, and Elves needs to just drop a lot.
Mm-hmm. And Elves has a full stop or bar that they're gonna use right now to increase their lead and make it almost to 100k lead.
Getting the overlap.
And Java did not activate at all. Potential backup though.
Ooh, Java missing in those sweeps.
That was Elves.
Or Elves, sorry. Elves missing in the sweeps, and Elves, I believe, missed that phrase.
He did too, yeah. So Java has a full stop or bar that I don't know if it's gonna save the match, but it's definitely gonna increase their lead for sure.
Oh, missing the overlap.
But that did kind of save a lot. Like
Brought it down to only about... Yeah, I brought the lead only down to about 60,000 points, but I think that is the way for Elves.
It's unlikely that it comes back to Java.
Yeah. I mean, technically it's possible. Never mind. No, Java missing that phrase. I think
you
that
just
seals
have to
it.
jinx it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is Elves
Yeah,
win.
that's it.
2 4-0s today.
That is incredible.
What a crazy, unexpected outcome for this match.
Yeah. It was 2 4-0s, both upsets as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah, that's... I've been simply flummoxed.
That's a word. We're gonna have both of them for interviews. Lunatic, I'll let you lead that one because you seem to be the one with the most questions.
Alright, hello Java and Elves. That was just incredible to watch. Like, I really have no words about it. That's just... First of all, Elves, strumming. Oh my god, when did that happen? I don't remember that being a thing.
What song?
Mostly Gorod, but
in general, we played very strummy songs for the entire
Yes,
time.
yes, we did. And I want to say that in Scale of Sorrows, I missed every single blue-red Hopo chord. I did not hit one transition.
I would also like to point out that I missed all of those too, but it was less noticeable with all the other misses that I had.
Yeah, even then, like, you put up some incredible scores. for like the Strummy song. So if you are comfortable sharing, I know you still have another playoffs match, so you might not want to reveal it. How long have you been working on your strumming for this?
Well, I kind of worked on my strumming a lot for the Gentoff. There's a lot of strumming in the Gentoff, and that really helped me with my tech strumming. So being able to like reset strum, being able to hit little bursts like that, and TFS was really, really helpful for burst strumming as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just been gradual with all the tournaments I've been playing.
Yeah, because I personally never really see you play a lot of strummy stuff. At least when we end up playing together. Although another question for Jhava, what was the process behind picking songs here?
I'll be completely honest. I didn't have a ton of time to practice a lot of the songs. Like, I probably have played through the solos once, each of those, and I was never beating elves on any of those. So, unfortunately, it worked out that probably my best songs were also theirs. So, like, A New World was like, Cracks of Light was probably my best song. I did not perform very well on that, so I'm a little disappointed with that. A New World I did okay. I kind of screwed up on one of the solos, but I was never beating Elves to score on that anyway. And then Scales of Sorrow, I think I honestly didn't have a good pick left on the board. I didn't really feel confident in any of them, and I think that song's just a blast to play, so I thought I'd go out with that one.
Fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's really pretty much all of the questions I have. So, Misc, if you have anything, go ahead.
I guess my only question is, why didn't you pick Chemical Warfare? You make me sad.
Fuck, Misc, I'm so sorry. I should have been thinking of that. I actually should have done that. I'm so sorry.
I would have picked it if I had another pick.
Yeah, I should have done it.
Yeah,
I literally was thinking about it as part of my last picks. I was like, you know what, like
that was actually our theory that you were either going to go with Scales or Chemical Warfare.
I was definitely debating it, but Misc, why do you have to chart the solo like that, man? Like, it's so hard.
No. I had it worse originally, and then I cleaned it up.
Oh gosh, I do not want to see the original one then.
Yeah, I don't want to see the original either. Random Days calls it tasteful crust. So when Random Days approves of my crust, that means it's good. That is a terrible thing out of context.
Well, yeah, either way, I am sorry that I didn't think of appealing to the casters with my last pick. My mistake. We'll learn from it next season.
Truthfully, I don't have any other questions, so I think we're good to go.
Yeah. One last thing for both players here. Jhava, you still played incredible. Like these songs are hard. Like performing even if it was like an off day, that's still like a really good performance, and I'm sad to see you go. And Elves, I wish you the best of luck on your next match against JD Smitty.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. I know the scores I put up today are not going to beat Smitty, so I need to put in some more work, and maybe I'll have a shot.
Yeah, best of luck. Best of luck in that one. Beating Smitty on any set list is always a tough task, so I wish you luck. Also, shout out Smitty and Mason for reffing for us. They were fantastic.
Yeah, shout out to Smitty and Ruffy. Shout out to Tomic for being broadcast today as well.
And shout out to my son, who is taking a nap like a champ, and I could talk freely.
Shout out Mini Misc.
Alrighty, well, I think that's it for us today. So, I'm supposed to finish it, right? Okay, give me just a little second. Am I even logged on the CSC account? Oh no, I'm not. It's okay. I can log in real quick. But in the meantime, maybe Luna, you could mention the next stream matches if they're already set up?
I don't know what they are. I don't believe they are set up.
They're not set up? Ah, damn.
They are not set up. Yes. Yes, but even though we don't know them now, we will know them in the upcoming days.
Hopefully very soon. I would love to see Yugi Muto versus Geo ASAP. That would be a pretty fun one to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yugi looked incredible today.
Yeah.
And Geometric's kind of... I mean, I think,
Geo's just Geo.
I think the name says enough.
It's Geo.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just Geo. You can't really define him any other way.
Exactly.
All right. I got the CSC Twitch account up, so we're gonna go send a raid to Mr. Randy Ladyman, who is currently doing Clone Hero requests. So you guys can bother him with Solus 4 over and over again. But it was a pleasure to be casting today. And yeah, eat food, drink water, and make sure to join the raid so we can go send some love to Randy. And hopefully we see you for the next tournament stream. It's gonna be fun. And I don't know what matches are going to be played, but they're gonna be good matches.
And hopefully
That's for
we
sure.
do get to see. Hopefully we do get to see Chemical Warfare be picked.
Hopefully, I want to see Chemical Warfare being picked.
Hopefully.
I'm just saying. Am I biased? Yeah.
As you should be.
Anyway, I'm ready to go to send the raid broadcast. So, take care, guys.
Yeah, thank you both for casting, too.
Thanks for hosting us.